Welcome back to you, baby dolls. I have a cute little bull hat. Look how cute he is. Now, I want to tell you something right now. The PulseChain ecosystem is cranking with these fluffy slippers. You see this merch. They don't go away. The community is still here. Don't care that the price went minus 99%. Show me other communities who are dead that are doing this. You can't find them. That's why seeing packages like this, and shout out to Mr. Pulse Former who was able to get this. I don't care. Other ecosystems rally. That's fine, friends. That's fine. Things are going to take their turn. You have to place your bets. 2024 is a year that's coming. Yes, the Rocca Negra might end up being a big, fat Trojan horse, but before that, they're going to have to trap everybody, right? We're doing the whole George Soros play. It's, aha, I see a bubble trap forming. Let me get in first. That's irrational. But hey, do you want to win the game or do you just want to be right? I don't care about being right, and you don't either. We're here to make money. If we see a big trend forming, we just got to get in. We know crypto is the future. This is exactly what's going on. Look how freaking fluffy these slippers are. Also, please got to remind you, please keep your back straight. Make sure you drink your very cold orange juice. Recently, friends, there was a Grayscale Ethereum gap close. Now, not many people know this, but there's Grayscale Bitcoin, which is just paper claims on a Bitcoin. It's in only. You can't redeem it. And there's also one for Ethereum. Now, this one hit a freaking giant discount of like minus 58%. Wow. So why do these things get these low? It's just because there's a lot of Ethereum in one place and people get really bearish on the idea of an ETF coming or any regulation or whatever to crypto. So yeah, that was a lot of juice. If you got that in, wow. But really, it's not the end of the world, because if you got in, you're basically making a 2x on your ETH. So if you put in 1 ETH, you get to buy it for 0.4 ETH. So your 0.4 maybe turns into like 0.8 ETH, around a 2x. You can do much better than a 2x. But you know what? For an institution, that's actually giant. You get a plus 100% on your yield for ETH. That's amazing. But unfortunately as well, these are centralized. So you can't really be looking at anything. Now, wouldn't it be interesting if the Grayscale Bitcoin gap closes, which is, it's getting very tight, friends. I think it hit like 9, 8%, which is really good. Remember, it was like at a giant discount. And the Ethereum one closes, and they end up just outlining to you, okay, the market seems to be hungry for these, and they're running out of Bitcoin and Ethereum on these centralized paper claim exchanges. So then they have to go do the hard work and actually sign up to Coinbase and actually buy Bitcoin off the spot market, which is what we want. That's how things actually go up. But don't get too cute with it, because, friends, at the end of the day, the high growth stuff is the places that nobody's looking. For example, you got Real DeFi, PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex. You have bug eater DeFi like Chainlink. By the way, don't buy the tippity top of green candles. Only buy when everybody is crying because it's a big fat red candle, okay? We've had 2 years to accumulate. I've kept accumulating since 2020 even. Just want to let you know, you can't just go chasing just willy-nilly anything. You really got to wait for the blood. And guess what? When the blood comes, you're not even going to feel like buying. So I don't know what to tell everybody. I mean, we've been in for a long time. We're just waiting and praying at this point. I thought this was also very fascinating. So whenever chain comes, friends, people will showcast the volume and they go, wow, look at all this volume. There's so much activity, and it's great. It's great. Problem is, let's say you had a music festival and then you literally, in the middle of the night, you went to the middle of the crowd, and then you just looked around and you go, wow, there are a lot of people here. And then you talk to everybody and everyone is just like fried out of their head. And everyone's like, whoa, this is the best place, man. I never want to leave, right? The girls basically tops off. Everyone's going nuts. See, in that moment, you're like, wow, these people are going to be here forever. What happens, friends? These substances wear off. They turn the lights on. It's 3 a.m. Everyone looks around. Now they're cold. Now they've got to go home, catch a train, and then pretend like they have something to look forward to the next day. So if you go back to the middle of the crowd area, you're like, wait a minute. You guys said you'd never leave. Now you're all gone. This is exactly what happens with these chains. The exact same thing. Just because you see a lot of activity doesn't mean anything. It just means there's a lot of activity. There's opportunity for scalping. If you want to play that, you can go around, you can scalp, friends. But of course, man, I'm just going to tell you, yeah, for 100 of us, if you're doing scalping, 5 are going to win, okay? So out of 100, friends, 5 will win if you want to participate in this high volume stuff. 5 will do good. But the next 20, they'll do okay. They'll do pretty good. But they're fooling themselves eventually. Because if they keep continuing by month 12 to month 36, so basically after the top of the bull market, they'll basically realize, oh my gosh, I'm actually not as good as I thought because the market conditions changed and I couldn't adapt. And I would have just been better off buying and holding. Buy and holding spot, selling the euphoria. That's the conclusion most people have. And that's why if you're working a job, you don't have 12 hours a day to go through all of these. But lucky for you, friends, you have a friend like me who does love and appreciate you. And of course, I'm going to give you a bit of a cranky beat. You deserve a cranky beat, friends. We're here to crank it. We're here to crank it. Oh, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year, 2024. Have a look at this number, by the way. 25 million. Now, this is Coinbase Layer 2 chain. Now, if you recall, friends, thank you for liking, subscribing, belly button and all. Press my belly button, press the all, share with your friends and family, shock the algorithm. I remember back in June, July, Coinbase came out of nowhere. They made this bold meme coin they end up rugging. And everyone's like, Coinbase, wow, wow. Now, Coinbase is going to be useful, by the way, for the next bull market. But everyone there was like, Coinbase, Layer 2's, Ethereum's. Top signal. And ETH BTC went down only. Now we had the Solana and Avalanche runs and injection protocol, right? So it's very funny. What happened to all the volume? You had hundreds of millions of dollars on there, and now you have like 24, 25. Now here's the thing, right? You might say, excuse me, my friend Somi, I saw PulseChain at like 18 million. Different type of volume. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to explain. You see, friends, this type of volume, I've explained it here, is, okay, how you can see this, by the way. You see the list here, right? Now, I haven't shown this full screenshot because you just want to show you clearly, but you see it's DAI, stablecoin. You have Coinbase Ethereum, right? You have DAI again. You have another DAI. So in the top 6, half of the biggest volumes is blue chip, stable, boring trash, which is just stable coins and Ethereum. Now, why is that important? Well, how it works is there's liquidity pools. We all know that. But the liquidity pools, friends, you get sniped. So let's say you're in a liquidity pool providing for Ethereum and DAI, and then the Ethereum price goes up $100. Well, guess what? Let's say Ethereum goes from, say, 2,000 to 2,100 on every other exchange. On the Coinbase, if you are providing liquidity, you're still sitting there at an offer of $2,000. You don't follow the rest by default. What happens is a market maker or an inventory bot, what I call them MEV Scum, cockroach filth. These people should be banned, right? These MEV Scum, filthy actors, what they do is they are on Coinbase, Exchange and Binance and Bybit. And then as the market moves up, they get fueled on their shorts immediately, 1 second. And then their data systems go, hey, let's go to this sucker providing liquidity on Coinbase. He's still selling it at $2,000. And what they do is they buy it off you. They buy it all the way up until 2,100. And that's the arbitrage closed, okay? But here's the thing. That's how you're actually losing because you're always selling as a toxic order flow. So that's why you're getting sniped. You're basically getting sniped over time. Now, how do you win? You win if basically just goes up and down sideways. Up and down, because people are basically trying to snipe. It never goes anywhere. But you know, crypto doesn't stay sideways range forever, right? So when you see this volume, most of the volume on Coinbase is coming from people moving arbitrage inventory bots just to close the gaps between stablecoins and Ethereum all day. That's it. That's most of the volume. There's none of these real activity. There's none of these like meme coins coming out. Now there probably are. There's probably people trying to build stuff on it, but it's not copy paste everywhere. It's like, why be on Coinbase? Why not be on Arbitrum or any of the others? Now, obviously, you hope in the bull market, Coinbase have 100 million customers and they usher in like a couple of million into there because that'll be huge, friends. You know, if Coinbase, that's going to be quite big actually. If Coinbase have 100 million customers, if they just got like 1 million, that's enormous. Just to let you know, PulseChain has 14,000 daily active users and there's 200,000 holders. Imagine Coinbase is telling everybody, hey, come connect to this EVM, our chain. That's why it could be big. Could. It just depends, right? We need the projects to deploy there. And the projects that deploy there, they're going to be grifters. They're going to be dumping on all the Coinbase unfortunate retail customers, but it is what it is, okay? So, but now you get to see the picture. But I wanted to highlight this to you because everybody was saying Coinbase is the future. Golly gee. Wow. Golly gee, the future. What happened now? We move all the Solana. All of them moved to Solana. You got to be careful, friends. Remember that music festival. Yeah, you go at midnight and everyone's fried and everyone's sweaty. Like, yeah, I'm never leaving, dude. It's the greatest. Then it gets cold, lights turn up. All right, they move on. That's why you really got to believe in something, right? In crypto, friends, you know what? Yeah, sure. If you believe too much, you lose. But guess what? If you don't believe, you never win. All right. If you don't believe, friends, you are taking the chance that you're the lottery ticket winner. And yeah, sure. A few people win the lottery, but most people don't. 99.9% of people don't. So you learned something today. You got to see this actual action happening. So don't be fooled by this like volatility and this volume going on. You get to see, oh my God, you're doing $24 million, but you're just arbitraging. All right. And by the way, you can't even buy a Coinbase coin. There's no coin, right? It's using Ethereum as a gas coin. People don't want that. People want to own something. So that's why, for example, comparing to the PulseChain or any other ecosystem, you get to see that there's a difference here. So don't be fooled by any of these big numbers, and don't be fooled especially when centralized exchanges get listed, because it becomes the same game. It's everybody leverage arbitraging with each other. It's not like real spot volume, because everybody wants to be on leverage, margin, etc., etc. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. Don't forget to love. Catch you soon.